Shalom, everybody. It's your brother New Breed coming through with another news brief. Longtime partner of DC Youngfly. Y'all know him from Wild and Out. Miss Jacky, she also participated in the Wild and Out cast, if I'm not mistaken. Unfortunately, she died at age 32. This was reported hours ago, and it's stated that she died after what we would call a mommy makeover. Another one bites the dust. Could it be that it was DC Youngfly's time to move up in the ranks? You know, I find it rather strange how all these celebrities end up losing someone very close to them. Like, it's constantly taking place. This particular situation really reminds me of the Kanye West situation that took place with his mother. She went into some type of surgery, more than likely reconstructive. Same thing with Jacky, but she never made it out. Neither one of them made it out. I ask myself time and time again, why is the mortality rate so sky high for these celebrities? Now, I do realize that a lot of people who go under the knife, they end up having to sign all kind of waivers in case something happens. You know, there's no lawsuits that can be pursued, and quite often there is a loss of life and we don't hear about that. And I remember stating earlier this summer, it was a famous Instagram model who passed away. I can't remember her name. If y'all remember her name, go ahead and list it in the chat. But I actually covered that story. And she passed after going to get some type of reconstructive surgery on her body. And I was highly upset in that video because I said, the sad part about this all is people are going to continue going under the knife to be vain. People are going to continue taking a risk. Yeah, it was the Kim Kardashian lookalike. I can't remember what her name was exactly. And this was just months ago. And instead of embracing your natural bodies, taking some time, getting into the gym, getting a fitness regimen going, you out here chopping, screwing, and mutilating yourselves to have this generic default look. And it is costing you your lives. And no matter how many of these celebrities end up dying under the knife, we continue to do the same thing. When I say we, I'm talking about our community as a whole. Our ladies being vain. Now, somebody said something very key in the chat. No sacrifice, no fame. No sacrifice, no fame. Let's get into some of the details because the devil is in the details. And we got to understand some of the clues that led up to this unfortunate news. So we're on TMZ because TMZ are always first on the scene. We talking about the Talmud's network. They always know what's going on somehow, some way, right? Former Wild and Out star Miss Jacky, who's also DC Youngfly's longtime partner, has died, TMZ has learned. Sources tell us she died Wednesday in Miami. We don't have details yet about the cause of her death, but a since deleted social media post claims she was in Miami to go over a mommy makeover. Now listen, look at these beautiful children. Look at this. A mommy makeover. Now, if she was in Miami, more than likely she was going to see Dr. Miami. More than likely she was out there to have a certain look and some type of, breast lift, lipo, BBL, tummy tuck. That's probably what they're talking about, the tummy tuck, which is very, very dangerous. Actually cutting your body open. And we'll say it's the tummy tuck hypothetically, because when you have children, you can gain weight around your midsection and things of that nature. But I stated this a couple months ago. Yep, Jakeem Judah, you're right. Said you was literally just talking about this a little while back. It is a lack of empathy for your children, a lack of compassion and love for your children when you go under the knife just to be vain. Because every time you go under the knife, your life is at risk. And you can leave your children behind because you want to look a certain way. And you don't want to go through the necessary steps that it would take to do things the natural way. And then we all get sad. We all feel sorry. Nobody wants to see anybody at 32 years old kick the bucket, croak, and become maggot food. Nobody wants to see that. But the reality of it, that's what happens. And I'm being brutal with how I'm delivering this, because make no mistake about this. When you have the sin of vanity, better believe the Most High is not going to have no mercy on you. He's not going to have mercy on you. But our fickle, miniature minds, we always want to feel sorry for these people. We always want to feel sorry for them. And Nicole F says her doctor was not board certified. Do your research, ladies. How about this, ladies? Instead of doing your research before you go under the knife, how about decide not to go under the knife and go get physically fit? Go take care of yourself. Do your squats, ride your bike, eat the right foods, proper nutrition, things of that nature, instead of going under the knife. If you really want a change in your body, it may take a little bit longer, but it's worth it. Can you imagine how some of these women are going to look when they 70, 60, 70 years old from doing all of this plastic surgery? They're going to look crazy out here. Now, let's read into some more of these details, because I also find it rather strange how, we just seen DC Youngfly in the latest house party movie that had all kind of Freemasonic symbology. And, we see him playing in that. And I just don't believe in coincidence. These actors, comedians, whoever it is, in order to move up the ranks, somebody's required. And they're not going to come after somebody you barely know. They're going to come after the person closest to you. This is not only his workmate, but this is his mate. This is his woman. This is his lady. But this is how the industry works. Now, let's talk about it. Let's go into it. And I'm not accusing DC Youngfly of anything. I'm just speculating because the industry gives you many reasons to speculate, right? But let's get into the details. Now, look at these beautiful children she left behind because she went under the knife. It's a shame. Miss Jacky O, real name was Jacqueline Smith. And she and DC met in 2015. Wow, they've been together for quite some time. The same year, he made his premiere on MTV hit show, Wild and Out. So, they met right when he made his premiere. Jacky was already being featured as one of the show's Wild and Out girls at that point. Jacky was no longer on WNO, whatever that is. Wilding Out, I guess what that is. Jacky was no longer, I guess at the time of death, she was no longer on the show. She gone on to launch her own lip gloss line and called the J Nova Collection. All right, so you know she was into other business endeavors. She had other things going on. Um, you know, this is the thing with these people. At 32 years old, you're an entrepreneur. You was a wilding out girl. You was a model. You with DC Youngfly. Why? I just want to know, why do you find the need to go get any type of reconstructive surgery on yourself? When is enough enough? When is having things enough? When you have a family, you have beautiful children, you're successful in your business endeavors, and you got DC Youngfly. I mean, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? Compete with these young ladies? You know? Which I'm not saying 32 years old is old, but what are we doing here? It goes on to say, of course, DC is still one of the show's biggest stars. Yep, he's one of the biggest stars, and he's elevating in his career. Could Miss Jacky O been his blood sacrifice? Because the blood sacrifice is required. And we were told he was actually in Atlanta shooting new episodes when he got the tragic news about Jacky's death. The Wildin' Out social media page posted about Miss Jacky's death. Now imagine this brother was on scene. He was on the set working. And typically this is how it happens. You know, these brothers will get a phone call and say, hey, the deed has been done. You know, and I'm not saying that's what's taking place, but this is how it happens. Somebody said blood sacrifice DC was popping before her. Omnipotent, you must have not been paying attention to what the sources said. She was already on Wildin' Out. She was one of the models on the show when DC came in on his premiere. He was on YouTube. She was already on a major set. She was on MTV already, even though it was just as a model. So you can't say that he was already popping. He came in on his premiere. And on top of that, in order to elevate in the industry, there's going to be sacrifices that's required. How many more times do we have to see stories like this? Michael Jordan and his father, Kanye West and his mother. How many times do we have to see somebody close to somebody dying rapidly? I mean, don't be naive. It's like some of y'all be listening, but you be still oblivious to what's being said. There's no such thing as coincidence, right? It goes on to say, the Wildin' Out social media page posted about Miss Jacky's death, writing, "We are deeply saddened by the passing of Jacky Smith, known to the world as Jacky O, a talented Wildin' Out family member whose impact will forever be treasured and missed. Jacky O was a loving friend, a beloved colleague of the Wildin' Out cast throughout 5 seasons." Nick Cannon, he posted on his Instagram, it says, "We are deeply saddened by the passing of Jacky Smith, or Jacqueline Smith, known to the world as Jacky O, a talented Wildin' Out member whose impact," okay, that was his comment. That was actually coming from his Instagram. Now you can tell that she's had procedures done on her face. You can tell. And you know, this is sad. This is really sad. In order to maintain wealth and prestige, you know, blood is required. You know, these individuals, they have to sell their souls for the fame, man. We were just talking about this previously in my last broadcast, where Damson Idris says he had to channel the devil to play Franklin Saint. Well, it comes a ceiling that they all reach where they have to deal with Lucifer. They have to deal with Lucy, the goat. and things are required. People are required. Jennifer Hudson and her entire family. I mean, we can go on and on with this. We're talking about it's always the person's closest to you. They will never take nothing less. Nicki Minaj and her cousin. I mean, we can keep going on and on. It's always the person closest to you. Quavo and Takeoff. Somebody said, who did Beyonce sacrifice? You never know. Beyonce is on a different level with the elitists. The level that Beyonce is top witch. Beyonce she could be bringing these people children on a regular basis. We don't know. Fantasia and her brother. Now don't get it twisted. People are going to pass away. People close to you in your life, you're going to lose them. Birdman's sister. Birdman had a lot of death around him. Nicki Minaj's father. Somebody said Beyonce had a cousin that died. See, I didn't even know that. Now, people are always going to die close to you, but the question is, why does it happen so inordinately in Hollywood when you only have a handful of these celebrities, but they seem to be dying all the time? Nobody finds that to be odd. Nobody finds that to be suspicious at all. Jay-Z had Aaliyah die. You know, Dame Dash and Jay-Z were close to Aaliyah. What's going on here? Are these freak accidents? And why? I have so many questions regarding this, because what I really would like to know is how TMZ got the source and who called DC Youngfly to let him know that Jacky passed. Who contacted TMZ? Why are their sources always anonymous? Could it have been somebody in DC Youngfly's camp that reached out to TMZ? Because sometimes people be selling their people out before people even get to mourn, before they even get to go home and actually play out what took place. And who is calling TMZ? That's what I really would like to know. Who is contacting these people? And they're always the first to know. Now, for those who don't know, I've done a whole breakdown. Yeah, Jay-Z's nephew died. Keanu Reeves. Somebody said Keanu Reeves and his fiance was pregnant and died. See, I didn't know that. Now, I've done a breakdown on TMZ in the past. I really broke down its deep occult meaning and how a lot of the times, they are the facilitators when it comes to bringing forth the news on these dead celebrities. Somebody said these handlers could be responsible. Facts. Let's go more into some of these details, because I'm going to pull up the actual news source that brings this up. And y'all have to give me one moment to switch over to the news, because sometimes you can hear a lot in the news when they break it down to tell you what the actual agenda is behind it. So let's pull it up. Let me see if there's an actual news. Okay, breaking news. We got Comedy Hype covering it. I want to see if it's an actual news station. Not just Comedy Hype, not a content creator. Because, you know, what I recognize is they like to wait till we react to things. They let TMZ throw it out there. They like to see us react to it so they can come up with the narrative. Because you better believe, let me make this very clear, they watch social media. The handlers, the officials who are in charge, they watch social media and they find ways to spin the narrative. All right, this is what they do. This is warfare that they doing in Hollywood against the people. They operating in high forms of gematria, and it's a lot going on. So let me see if I can find the actual news report. The actual news report. Let me see here. Yeah, and I don't think a news report has been released yet. And see, this is what we got to be careful with. I'm actually gonna pull up another source here, and y'all bear with me. It's real unfortunate, man. She left those beautiful kids behind because she wanted to go under the knife. That's just a bad look. All right, so I want to see what the New York Post have to say because when these type of situations take place, you got to look at different sources. You got to look at different sources. Let's see. The New York Post reads that Miss Jacky O, actress, model, and comedian, died aged 32. Anonymous sources have confirmed her passing to TMC Thursday, but the cause of death remains unknown. Who these anonymous sources? So even the news is saying, hey, TMZ knows it happened. TMZ knows it happens. Somebody said he finna get in a relationship with a bigger celebrity. That may be the case. Hey, that may definitely be the case. You may start seeing DC Youngfly in more movies. You may see his career rise exponentially. Yep. I'm telling you, man, these celebrities are under a program. Dolo Baggins says gematria is number magic witches and warlocks use to communicate to each other with their sacrifices and rituals. This is a fact. Oh man, that's deep. A lot of people don't know that the surgical community with the doctors, they really in cahoots with a lot of these sacrifices. Why? Let me ask you all this. Why haven't the doctor's name been listed? I mean, are we on to something? If she died, wouldn't that be negligence? See, these are the questions that I really want to know. If she died after a mommy makeover, where's the doctors at to say that there was some form of negligence that took place? See, these are the things that we need to know. What about malpractice insurance? Unless this is some type of cover up. See, this is what I'm talking about. When these celebrities die, it's just shrouded in mystery. Tiffany Shannon Lisa throws Dr. Zach up. Is that a fact? Because I'm going to look this up. I want to know if it was really Dr. Zach who is responsible. Because it seemed like Dr. Kevorkian, the one dealing with all of these celebrities. That's what it seemed like. And for those who don't know who Dr. Kevorkian is, that's a doctor that used to suicide people. Yep. Somebody said TMZ is an insider news. It reminds me of Michael Jackson death. I forgot that black man who was telling the truth about Mike's death. Right. So it was Dr. Zach. So let's look that up. Why is he not being put on blast? Why is everything so anonymous? They're not telling you who gave it. They're not telling you who gave the source. And they're not telling you. Let's see. Jacky O. Yeah, he is a liposuction BBL specialist in Miami. And I would imagine. Oh snap! Oh man, we getting somewhere, y'all. We getting somewhere, y'all. I would imagine, and he is linked to it. He's linked to it. So why isn't Dr. Zach getting publicized on this matter? Man, we getting somewhere, y'all. We are getting somewhere. I'm gonna read up on this article. I'm gonna share this with y'all on the screen here. See, they done got us on the case now. Hold on real quick. Let's take this down. Somebody said his name was listed. Why he ain't getting put on blast for some form of malpractice? Said he removed his IG post and cut off his comments. Wow. See, not only Not only does DC Youngfly be required of a sacrifice, but these doctors too. See, what we gotta understand is in the industry, in all facets of the industry, no matter who you are, whatever your job title is, you're gonna have to make the sacrifices too. And if you're gonna be a famous doctor in Miami that everybody is going to, listen, all it takes is a phone call. Hey, listen, this person right here, give them more morphine than you usually give them. We have operated in our sorcery, and it's this person's time. Let us know when the deed is done. Let us know when the deed is done. That's how it be. So here we have this doctor here, Miss Jacky, an actress, model, comedian, anonymous sources. Is this the one right here? No, this is the New York Post one. That's not the one I want to share. What am I doing here? All right, let's pull the other one up. I mean, it could have been the same way with Kanye's mother. Hey, Dr. Zach, if you want to continue to be a practitioner in Hollywood, because I guarantee he's not going to lose nothing. Here it is, this woman, she's taken from her children. She will never see another day. But this Dr. Zach guy, he's going to continue in Hollywood. He's going to continue making money. And I can assure you that he's not going to lose any credibility. Isn't that crazy how they could do that right in your face? But the celebrities are still going to go to this guy. He's still going to be the go-to guy. Some of you ladies out there who want to get body augmentations, y'all still going to go out to Miami and see Dr. Zach. I'm telling you right now, there's people watching right now that's still going to go to Dr. Zach this summer to get that booty lifted up. This is a fact. Hold on. Let's see. Plastic surgeon linked to Jacky O's liposuction and BBL specialist with negative online reviews. Dr. Zachary, more popular known as Dr. Zach, is shown smiling in a deleted social media post with Jacky O announcing her mommy makeover. Wow. Oh, man. Emotional damage. You know what he was doing? He was speaking to the elite. Now, out of all the people, all the clientele he gets, celebrity clientele, he's posting pictures right before her death, smiling. Man, that is crazy. You still want to be an it girl? Do you still want to be in the industry? It says Jacky O attended the Finding Happy premiere party and midnight brunch at the Gathering Spot on September 21st, 2022 in Atlanta, Georgia. The doctor, who reportedly performed plastic surgery on popular social media personality and entrepreneur Jacky O, before her death, identifies himself as a liposuction and BBL specialist. Well, he wasn't that much of a specialist because this woman is no longer here, and has been subject of multiple negative online reviews reportedly by former patients, but that didn't stop this woman from going. The Instagram account from Surgeon made a social media influencer when it came to plastic surgery, boasting 279,000 followers. Claimed in a post that Jacky O's surgeon was Dr. Zachary Okna, more popular known as just Dr. Zach. See, there he go. There he go. He looked like he's part of the alternative. If he's had these negative reviews and he's still been very popular in Hollywood, I mean, why does he have such a big following? Think about this, y'all. This doctor has negative reviews, but he has 270,000 followers. How did this happen? He is a celebrity doctor. Then think about this. The elite give you the fame. Because for some reason, our people believe that fame and reputation is the same damn thing. Am I cutting right now? You believe because somebody has a larger following that their word. You believe that their word is bond because there's people following them. This is what we believe. Because they can cook the books and forge the numbers. You know why? Because they use these celebrity doctors to take out celebrities. This is a fact, man. I mean, when you think about it, the truth is out there. How the hell you got this big following, but you got all these negative reviews? It's like they want to continue to set their taskmasters in place to take out these celebrities. I'm telling you, this is what they do. And it was probably his time. As well as DC Youngfly, I believe there has to be some type of agreement. There has to be an agreement made. Somebody said Ye told the truth. Yeah, Ye told you about his mom. He said his mom had to be sacrificed. His mom was an industry sacrifice. Now, he distanced himself from accountability. He didn't say he did it. He said, the industry did it. But let's make it clear. Who decided to be a part of the industry? Everybody who decides to be a part know that somebody has to go eventually. You got a lot of people who think they can outsmart the system. You got a lot of people that think they can get in and get out. You got a lot of people who believe that the fame at that moment is worth anything and they will give everything to have it. And they may not necessarily set up the play. That's what we don't understand. They might not be the ones that set up the play, but when they have that meeting with Satan, when the devil sits down with them, when they're in that high-rise building in that office, when they're at these casting couches, or when they're in the confines of their own home, because let me tell you, sometimes the devil visits these people while they by themselves too. We don't know that part. Sometimes Satan, he comes right into people's homes and gives them an offer and say, look, this is what's going to happen. And he can make your rise to fame look organic. But look, he'll tell you straight up, at some point, I'm taking the person closest to you. At some point, something's going to happen to somebody near you. You might not even be the one that set up the play, but you will be the one that get that phone call. You be the one that get that phone call that, hey, the woman that you've been with, for many years, she's gone. Oh, no, don't cry. Don't cry now. Don't cry. You knew what was going to come with this fame and fortune. You can't deny the inevitable. You knew what was going to come with this. Yeah, he'll show up and he'll collect. And these people, they be knowing, man. They be knowing what they getting themselves into. They know what they sign up for. Yeah, you could tell she's had a lot of surgery done. You can definitely tell. Somebody said, I just heard the news and I'm shocked, shaking my head. I feel bad for the babies. I can honestly say, man, it's difficult for me to feel bad. I think it's unfortunate and I think it's sad, but I don't feel bad for the woman. Now, the children, of course, I think it's unfortunate, but when it comes to the choices and the decisions that a lot of these women are making to go up there and go under the knife, I really can't feel bad for them, y'all. I just can't do it. Because I'm constantly warning the ladies. I'm constantly doing this work in the position I'm in, speaking about these matters. When these things happen, I see it coming. I know it's going to happen. It's going to be many more. There's going to be more that go to Dr. Zach. He's not going to lose clientele. All it took for him to do is remove a post. It's business as usual. Business is still booming. Hours afterwards, I can guarantee he probably didn't shut down his practice or anything. After they done moved her body up out of there, it was business as usual because it's that many ladies who want to go up there and change themselves. It's that many ladies. They hauled her body up out of there, took it to the crematory, took it to the funeral home, and guess what? Them doors were still open. And the next woman came in and got a tummy tuck. I'm telling you. Somebody said the majority of these celebrities are wicked. I don't feel sorry. You really can't. You really can't, man. Somebody said, why don't you give details of how she died? You must be just joining. You must be just joining Angelina. If you just join in, you wouldn't know what I've given. So you would be speaking out of turn. And on top of that, a lot of the details are not out yet. We're just speculating that it was a tummy tuck. It was called a mommy makeover. A mommy makeover is what took her out. I would think that's a tummy tuck. Because she had, was it 3 or 4 beautiful children? Are those children DC Youngfly's children? Yeah, I would like to know that. Were those his children? If anybody knows, let me know in the chat. But I mean, we'll read up a little bit more of the details on this doctor here. Let's see. It goes on to say. He posted. Who is this? Oh yeah, and this is on News One. I believe this is posted by the doctor. I can't believe Miss Jacky O passed. And then there's a picture with him and her, and he's smiling. You know, that's speaking to the that's speaking to the elite. Man, look, I mean, I don't know if let me see. Let me blow the screen up, make sure y'all can see the images here. I mean, this is what's happening. Yeah, man, it's a sad situation, but you know, you really can't feel sorry for him. My question is, what are you ladies gonna do moving forward when it comes to getting to the body that you desire? Are you gonna really spend time exercising and eating healthy, proper nutrition? Or are you gonna keep on hacking yourself up? It's really not worth it. The Bible says beauty is vain. It's vain. Eventually, we all gonna age. We all gonna age. This is why you gotta have more value to yourselves than just what you looking like on the outside. You gotta have more value to yourself. And the last time I covered this, I was real aggressive and forceful about this because I knew that this was going to keep happening. Yeah, she took a major risk. Every time you go under that knife, you're taking a risk. Fasting does help you help you lose weight. You know, core exercises. Get yourself a bike. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things you can do. I'm telling you. Let me see here. I have to manually scroll my track. Somebody said, "Breed, they on the way. They on the way to Doctor Whoever right now. They ain't gonna learn." Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what's gonna happen. But you know, a lot of people going to just keep doing the same thing, man. That's the sad part about all of this. Nothing here on this earth is going to come with you in the afterlife. Nothing. Let me see here. Let's see. Let me get my screen together. Y'all give me one moment. I got to troubleshoot some things here. Okay, cool. There we go. Everything is working now. All right. Perfect. Perfect. But you know, this is my message. Hold on. Ladies, you got to love yourselves and understand that the risk is not worth the reward going under the knife. And you also got to understand how dark the industry is. Everybody want to be the it girl until you laid up stiff because of your carnalities. Do you want to leave your children behind? Do you know how selfish that is? Because let me make this perfectly clear. I don't have a hell to throw anybody in. But if I'm following the word of God, what you essentially doing is suicide when you lay on that table and take that unnecessary risk. And the truth is, you're going to wake up in the burning pit. You're going to wake up in torments. I hate to say this, but here's the truth of the matter. This young lady who just left her kids behind, idolizing herself, practicing vanity. Where do you think she ended up? Taking a final breath, trying to look cute, and then ended up not making it out of there. Think about that. Is that how you really want to go? Proverbs 31:30. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. A woman that fear the Lord. It's time to turn your lives around. I've been preaching this message for a while. It's time for y'all to turn to the Most High, get you a head, a lead, a man of Yah that's going in the right direction. And, stay under that hedge of protection. Because I can tell you right now, no shot at DC Youngfly, but as a man, you're supposed to let your woman know, babe, nah, look, we going to eat right. We gonna go walking. We gonna go bike riding. We gonna go jogging. We gonna fast. But babe, I don't want you going under no knife. What happens if something happened to you? Brothers, you gotta lead your ladies. There's really no excuse for this. Because at the end of the day, if you have a lead, if you have a head, that man is supposed to be guiding you. That's a lack of guidance. That's a lack of leadership. They've been together for several years. They've been together long enough for a man to know the right direction to go. So no matter how you look at it, DC Youngfly is responsible. No matter how you look at it, because as a man, it's your job to lead that woman. And if she is feeling down on herself, you have to lead her the right way. It's just the truth. You can't be the head of the household. You can't be leadership if you ain't going to be lead. And it's unfortunate what happened to her, but let's make this clear. Ecclesiasticus 25:19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. See that vanity, trying to look cute and all of that is wicked. So this is what happens. So, it is what it is. Listen. Yep. Hey, and if he encouraged her, let's make this clear. If DC Youngfly encouraged her to get right and she went against his word and died, that's on her. You hear what I'm saying? If DC Youngfly was like, nah, babe, don't go under there, go under the knife and do none of that. We're going to work out. We're going to exercise or whatever the case may be. Everything going to be all right. Don't do that. And she said, the hell with what my husband say. The hell with that. I'm going to go under the knife. And she ended up not waking up. That's her fault. That's her fault. But you got a lot of ladies that confuse guidance with control. But, it is what it is. Listen, I love each and every one of y'all. Y'all stay safe out here. It's unfortunate what took place. We got more content coming. Y'all, everybody turn the post notification bell on so you can get these videos as they're being uploaded. You go down, you hit the bell, and you scroll down and you select that you would like all uploads, because I'm going to be doing a lot of these quick streams, quick uploads, and I don't want y'all to have to come in at the last minute. I want y'all to catch them as they're being uploaded. Also, consider joining me on New Breed Music and Motivation, as well as Patreon, for exclusive content. Listen, I love each and every one of y'all. Y'all stay safe out here. Y'all have a beautiful night. With that being said, shalom and peace.